Okay, this video, hopefully it's going to be informative, but this is going to be me learning, teaching myself about Claude. There's been a lot that's been happening with the AI. It's just come out with Claude Co-work, which by the sounds of it, it's pretty fucking insane. Essentially, from what I understand, could be completely wrong, but Claude Co-work, you can give it access to documents, it can go in, it can edit documents, pretty much work right alongside you, which is very helpful if you're doing kind of tedious stuff where things need to be updated, documents need to be updated. It's going to be able to do that for you, so that's a win. A couple things I want to get out of this. I'm going to be doing research. I'm going to be, hopefully, as I'm learning, I'm going to be saying it back to the camera, so hopefully it sinks in a bit better. Hopefully you learn something too. It's probably going to be very beginner friendly because I would like to keep things as simple as possible. I have been researching AI for hours on hours for the last couple of days, still like barely scratching the surface. It is that ridiculous, but have to take advantage of it and have to figure out how to apply it to the business. So a couple things I want to cover in this video. Talk about some of the new releases because there's been a lot. Give a bit of context on how I'm actually planning to implement and use AI in the business. I want to look into what Claude Code is because I don't fully understand that. I know that it can do some insane shit, but I don't understand it. And look into Claude Co-work because what I just said could be completely wrong. I don't know what it actually fully does. And there's also a couple prompting formulas, and I do want to go through and build out system prompts, and yeah, I want to build out master prompts for each kind of role in my life. That way I can kind of train any AI immediately to understand all the context and be able to give it all the context it needs straight away to give me helpful, valuable input. And also system prompts, which I've actually got typed out here, a simple prompt. This is kind of broken down. You want to ask the AI questions to start. So essentially the prompt would be, you're an expert AI engineer. I want you to create a system prompt that does X. Ask me all the questions you need to create that. And then you answer the questions that it gives you, refine them, and then you can copy the system prompt into custom GPTs, which is just a different bot. Then you have a system that will consistently give you the right answer for that specific task. So yeah, you can also find all the biggest companies' system prompts online. They all got leaked recently. They're all available on GitHub. Just search system prompts and models of AI tools on GitHub. Very handy. Now, Anthropic, the company that owns Claude, released an academy the other day as well, which has like courses on their AI on Claude, which is very handy as well. I can't access that. I have no idea what's going on. Every time I get on the website, I'm gonna look it up right now. Anthropic. Just let me, Anthropic. Alright, Anthropic Academy. That's the one. Featured courses. See all courses. This is what happens. And then like, when I hover on certain things, it shows up. Like that says Claude Code in action right there. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, man. I don't know what I'm doing, but when I click on those, it still doesn't show up. So maybe I've got something blocking it, but yeah, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna dive into this. I'm gonna talk about some of the new crazy releases. Alright, I'm gonna start with a bit of context first. I run a marketing agency with my business partner Tim. We currently specialize in photography and videography, and we do social media management. So we run people's social media profiles for them. We do pretty good. These are some of the results we've got over the last year. I reckon we're pretty good at what we do. We've been really refining and like systemizing what we do so that we've got processes that we can onboard people. Like over the last couple of weeks, I've mainly been building out documents that we can use to eventually start training people. And now I know that I can train the AI on it, so that it's going to be able to give me helpful answers and kind of follow the frameworks to get the results that I want, which is going to be very handy. Because like, when we start working with someone and when we go out and script videos and go to film them, there's a process that we follow that I've kind of typed out, documented, which going to be able to teach AI how to do that for me. But hey, can you do this research? AI is pattern recognition at scale. Humans are good at pattern recognition. AI is fucking insane at pattern recognition. So, yeah, don't want it to replace everything, but there's certain things, like out of a big long list of tasks, there's a couple of things that AI can just completely wipe out for you. You don't have to do. It's very handy. So, yeah. There's a couple steps that would definitely like AI to take over for us to make our jobs and lives a lot easier. Alright, I'm going to go through some of the news of stuff that's happened throughout this last week. Artlist.io AI that we are actually planning on starting to use for our business, because it's anything from music, that what they've just come out with, AI music. Create any song for every video production with Lyria 3 Pro and Lyria 3, which is made by Google. That's handy. So they do video production. Yeah, you can edit videos and do like AI videos on Artlist.io. You can edit photos and like image generation's insane as well. Very, very handy. Claude can now get full access to your computer to do your work for you. You can now enable Claude to use your computer to complete tasks. It opens your apps, navigates your browser, fills in spreadsheets, and anything you do sitting at your desk. Research, preview, and Claude Co-work and Claude Code for Mac OS only. That is something. OpenAI will be shutting down Sora AI soon. The video creation. Well, there's a bunch of other stuff, but I don't think. Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff. I don't think it's relevant. I'm not going to cover it too much, but I'm going to look into Claude Code and what it actually is. Okay, so done a bit of research. This is what we come up with. Claude Code. These are a bunch of notes that I've just taken on it. Claude Code, what it is and how it works. So essentially, Claude Code, it runs through the terminal on your computer. You can open it using a code editor / terminal editor as well. That way you can actually see what code is being changed and what code is being put in there. Very helpful. Probably the way that I would recommend to do it. Definitely going to be the way that I'm going to be doing it. Inside that editor, Claude can write code, edit files, create new files, modify existing code. You give Claude instructions, it writes / edits the code, you review and repeat. Workflow, how it's actually used. So the basic workflow seems to be open terminal, open your code editor, open project folder, start Claude Code, tell Claude what you want to build, Claude writes code, Claude asks you to confirm changes, you approve, it updates files, you test the program / website / app, ask for changes or improvements, repeat until it's finished. So it's basically you're the project manager, Claude's the developer. Easy way to look at it. An example use case that someone I watched did. Example project was a retro shooter game, runs in browser, has sprites, enemies come from all directions, you can move the player character around, give full instructions. Claude built the project, you revise, change it. So hey, I want these people to be this. Can you add an upgrade system into this as well? But essentially, the better the instructions, the better the results, and the fewer revisions you have to do, the less API costs you have. But the API tokens / cost system is Claude Code uses API tokens. You just set them out. You can pay for more, etc., which is kind of good. Every time Claude writes or edits code, uses tokens. The more changes and like the bigger project you put it on, the more code, the more API tokens you're going to burn through. Essentially, bigger prompts, more cost, more changes, more cost. Rewriting things multiple times, more cost. Important strategy: if you want to change something, edit the original prompt instead of adding new prompts underneath. This makes Claude regenerate correctly instead of editing again. This reduces the token usage and cost. Very handy. Now, GitHub integration. This I've marked as very important because you need to create a GitHub account, connect Claude to GitHub. Every time Claude makes changes, you can tell it to save new versions of that changes, save change note, keep version history. If something breaks, you can go back to the old version. Very helpful as well. It's called the version control. Very important for coding projects. Benefits: back up a project, can undo mistakes, track changes, work on different versions. Professional workflow. yeah, and I recorded my main use case. I want to use Claude to build a professional. Now, my main use cases for wanting to use Claude, or right at the start, essentially, you want to use Claude Code to build a professional custom website for Peakflow Media, the business that I run, fully custom, not just a template, not just Wix or Squarespace, or it's currently set up on GoDaddy. It's horrible, the drag and drop editor. Haven't spent too much time working on it, but it's very bad. So yeah, if I can make a fully coded site, more control, more professional, can add funnels, tools, dashboards later, definitely want to do that. This is actually a very good use case for Claude Code. Yeah. Questions you're trying to figure out, you've mentioned. I am trying to figure out whether it's best for me to just start building and prompt it properly, to train the actual Claude bot first, to create master prompts, create system prompts, set up a GitHub versioning, then start building. Or, now I've watched a couple of videos, researched some things, and then I've just vomited all this information into an AI and told it to give it back to me in bulletproof form. So that's what I'm reading back. And it's added here, if I organize your thoughts logically, the proper setup order, which is recommended, would be the smart order to do things. 1, create a GitHub account. 2, install Claude Code. 3, install code editor. 4, connect Claude to GitHub. 5, create project folder. 6, create system prompt / master prompt. 7, plan website structuring. 8, then start building the website. 9, Claude saves version to GitHub automatically. 10, you test and revise. That seems like a solid, actionable plan I can work with. Alright, so this is big realizations it's taken away that I've had. AI, what is going on there? AI coding tools will let people build software without being developers. Cost per token will stop people from spanning infinite builds, and it won't just be for anyone who will be able to do it. Prompting properly saves money. Version control is very important. AI can build full projects, not just snippets. You act like the manager, AI acts as the developer. You can build websites, apps, games, tools, automation. This can be very powerful for business. Simple summary of Claude Code. Alright, it's simplified everything into one paragraph. Claude Code is an AI developer that runs in your terminal and edits code directly inside your project files. You tell it what to build, it writes and edits the code, saves versions to GitHub, and you manage the project by giving it instructions and revisions while paying per API usage. Now it's given me long-term thinking. You could eventually build Peakflow Media website, client reporting dashboards, content planning tools, lead tracking CRM, proposal generators, invoice generators, funnel builders, ad reporting dashboards, client portals, automation tools, internal business systems. This is where stuff becomes very dangerous in a good way, because agencies that build their own tools become very hard to compete with. That's fair. That's very true. If you want advice on your main question, should I train the bot first or start building? Answer, you should 1, create a master system prompt. 2, create a project plan. 3, set up GitHub. 4, then start building. Don't just jump straight into building. Fair, very handy. Hey, this stuff, incredibly helpful. A lot of use cases for it. I'm gonna build this. Essentially, I'm gonna build the website and I'm gonna see what it comes back with.